The Pies and the Cats are into the prelim, and what an AFL Today show we had on this one for finals week 1. Leo, what do we talk about?
Hawkers, mate, I'd give my future kid for Blake Hardwick.
Wow.
Well, and Gold Coast, they're 100% in finals footy. What a win and a moment for David Swallow.
Check out a huge AFL Today show right now. Week 1 of the finals is done and dusted, and welcome back to the AFL Today Show, brought to you by Stockhead. I'm back. I'm your host, Liam McAllion, also known as the Stats Guy. Just want to give a big shout out to Wally. What's his name? Wally? Wally. Sorry, no, he got my name wrong, so I wanted to have a go there. But thank you so much to Wally for filling in this chair. He did a great job. We've got the boys on the couch. They're back. Or Wally, yes. I've got Marcus Bazzano, Liam. Leo, I reckon, just had a massive night. He hasn't come home since the Hawks won. How you going, Leo?
Mate, the Hawks went 3 from 3 yesterday, and I'm going to have about 10 voice cracks this show. Just prepare for it.
I think Marcus, usually I reckon you'd be the more dusty.
He's been the responsible one.
Marcus has been the responsible one.
I'm the responsible one, but everyone wants to know, how's Japan Stats Guy?
Does everyone want to know? It was great. I want to get into
no
the
one
footy.
cares. Come on.
Final footy!
Footy.
How good is finals footy? Before we get into the show, make sure you subscribe to AFL Today on YouTube and follow us on X, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok for more footy content all season long.
Also, we hit 10K while you were gone.
Is that why we hit 10K? Because I left for a bit?
Probably.
Yeah.
We're going to lose all our subs now.
We're going to go for 10K after that. We're not. Keep subscribing. It goes a long way. And absolutely awesome. Well done, guys. 10K.
Well done to you.
Well done. Well done to Joe.
Well done to the Hawks.
Well, I know. We'll talk about the Hawks later, mate. Just relax. All right, let's get into it. The finals week 1 results. Thursday night footy at the Adelaide Oval. The qualifying final, the first qualifying final. Adelaide, Collingwood. Adelaide, 8 goals, 7-55. Defeated by Collingwood, 11 goals, 13-79. Finals footy, Marcus.
What a game it was. What a game. What an opening quarter to kick off finals footy. It was fast-paced. There was high pressure. I think the pressure rating for Collingwood at the early stages of that game was 250.
Okay, what does
that
pressure
mean,
rating?
though? What is the pressure rating?
I love a pressure rating.
Explain it to the people.
It's just men on men. It's just pure action.
Footy.
That's been searched a few times.
Especially on mine. But where else do we start? Because I said I was wrong because I said I was worried about the absence of Jeremy Howe.
Yeah, true.
Especially against the 3 Adelaide Tools.
Yep.
That could be that could break open the game. So I was worried about that, but I shouldn't have had any worries because their defense was huge. It was like Darcy Moore, even though he had that one stuff up early in the game where he just dropped the ball and gifted a goal to Jordan Dawson. He was unreal whole game.
He was like on track for the record of intercept marks at one stage. It felt like
He had
every time.
I believe he had 9 intercept marks.
Well, he did have a record. I forgot to put this in the run sheet. The most intercept marks in a final.
Really?
Yeah, ever.
Yeah.
So 9 intercept marks, which
intercept
is
marks.
absolutely awesome.
He does cop at Darcy Moore for his inability to defend at times, but when you're doing that,
That's exactly
you
what
got
I
to
did.
hype him up.
Absolutely.
100%.
That's what a leader does.
Maynard was really good.
Maynard was good.
Isaac Quainer was exceptional with a lot of pressure on him as well.
He was, yes.
Billy Frampton, of course.
Billy effing Frampton.
Billy effing Frampton. He gets laughed at a lot.
Premiership star Billy Frampton he's been solid this year.
It was
good
good.
on him. Good on him.
He has. And it kept Adelaide to their 3rd lowest score this season. And the second time they kept Adelaide to that, mid 50 points for the second time in a month. So that was huge from Collingwood. And boys, I know like a lot of them were questioning with their form heading into finals. Are they back? Can they?
Yeah, 100%.
They just lived at the right time of
material.
year because we were very worried about
were
the
worried.
Pies towards the end of the season. I think you tipped them, Leo, so
I
fair
did
play.
tip him, but I think if you're a Pie, I don't want to speak for Pies fans, but I feel like they would have been worried going into it. Like their form the last 6 weeks was very poor. To come out in a volatile crowd and get that result, that gives them the belief that they can win it now.
They would have got some confidence from the last loss because they kicked a lot of points. They could have easily won that game. So then they're probably like, we can beat Adelaide. And then they
We
did
can
well.
go there and win, yeah.
Yeah.
100%. It's almost like Adelaide needed a small, wiry inside forward that could be a bit of a barometer for them.
True.
Joshua Shelley.
And but Collingwood's 3rd quarter was electric. That was where it split the game open. The premiership quarter, as everyone knows the 3rd quarter to be, and they dominated. They got out to a big lead, and it allowed them to be very professional and workmanlike in that last quarter, where it can be a bit more scrappy, a bit more cagey.
It was a stalemate, wasn't it?
It was. It was a bit of arm wrestle. They couldn't. They
No goals,
didn't let the game get away from them, and I thought they just managed that last quarter fantastically.
Yep.
And that's all to do with the finals experience. And although we did mention Adelaide probably started they fairly well. They were the better team to start the game in the first 10 minutes, but particularly throughout the game in that early start to the game. they were just booting it long down the line inside 50. It wasn't Adelaide's game. Look, I know they got the hat kicks. They weren't looking where they were kicking the ball. And that just allowed the likes of Darcy Moore to take those record intercept marks in the finals game. So do we put that down to finals experience? Because Collingwood entered the game with 214 games of finals experience. That is crazy to me, 214 games. Versus the Crows, 46 games.
Yep.
And we just feel like that's probably what saw them over the line in the end, because it was the experienced players for Collingwood that stood up for the whole game. And it was the likes of Jordan De Goey, who actually didn't play much footy throughout this year, but again, stepped up, unreal, 26 and a goal, great snap.
I swear he had 2 at quarter time too, to go.
Yeah, he was struggling
really 2 disposals,
which is interesting because I don't know about like his fitness throughout the whole season and things like that, and then he dominated as the game went on.
Yeah. Just shows how hard he's been working. And then side bottom as well, unreal. 15 disposals. Look, probably doesn't get as many on that front, but he certainly chipped in on the scoreboard. He kicked three goals. Perfect. So that's huge when a midfielder's kicking 3 goals from 15 disposals. And Pendlebury as well, 23 disposals. I believe he had 9 in that last quarter, all at 100%. And that's just what leaders do.
Yeah, exactly right. Exactly right.
But how important is De Goey? I brought him up, but how important is he to Collingwood's premiership hopes?
Yeah, I feel like he's the man. Like they've got all these players, obviously all good in their own right, but he's like the match winner. Yeah. He's the one that he obviously did it on Thursday night. If he stays fit, puts it together, and he could put together like a 5 minutes in a game that leads the Pies to a great victory. He's the difference maker. He's the barometer.
When we were worried about him as well, I think we were saying, where's the outlet or the speed or the burst outside of Dacos?
Yeah.
And you put De Goey in there. I didn't know he still had that in him a bit. Yeah. And he showed that, yeah. So exactly right.
And Worrell and De Goey, they both got fined in the end for some bumps, but Liam, you have a bit of a conspiracy theory around this.
Oh, I'm a bit annoyed. Like, where's the consistency with the tribunal? You've obviously got, if De Goey or Worrell did that in the regular season, I'm backing it. They would have got suspended. It's the finals. Oh, we'll let them go because they're going to play another final. We'll let them go. Let's let them get suspended. I know that they were both pretty soft. Like they just grazed them. So maybe. But I genuinely think if it was the regular season, they wouldn't have even thought twice about it because it's just missing a regular season game, not a finals. Do you guys agree?
Yeah. Well, am I in the minority if I say that I get if it was regular season, they would have been suspended? I don't think they should have been.
Personally, I don't think. I just meant off the rules.
I know that it was it a bump? Like I feel like he just sort of like collected him high. I don't know. I feel like there was no intent to bump. Yeah. He was going for the smother both times.
Well, I think we've seen the AFL doesn't really care about that.
If you just get someone in the head, usually
it's
But I guess no one was concussed. That's the other big outcome. But I think
they probably would have set it as a precedent for the rest of the season if it was during the regular season. But I don't know. I like it. Finals footy.
Different rules in the finals, I reckon. Yeah. What's going on there?
Let's get it.
It's us.
But yeah, poor Tex as well. And his son, his 300th game. His 300th game. Collingwood didn't do it. They gave his son the Collingwood jersey.
That really rolled me out. I put this in the run sheet. Tex is getting cheered off. Sad, obviously. He lost. He played pretty well. But in his 300th game, Nick Dacos is giving his son a jersey. He's walking off with a Walker on the back of his jersey. And he's wearing a bloody Collingwood jersey. What
happened to you when you were younger?
I told you guys this before the show. When I was younger, I said I was going for the Collingwood Magpies because I loved the mascot when I was like, I don't know, 4 or 5. And my parents literally packed a bag and locked me out of the house. And that's what Tex should be doing. He shouldn't be letting little Louis back in the house because that is disgraceful.
Bloke's been loving birds since day one.
What? That is such a stretch.
It was Tex and Lukey Pedler as well. Up forward, you love a little bit of Lukey Pedler as well, don't you, Liam?
I didn't believe in him, I'll be honest.
I said before the game. This is the man. And they were the most dangerous in that Adelaide forward line. But I'm talking about we say they obviously won the trade period in the off-season. But where were they, their recruits, throughout this game? Because they were really poor, as well as... Leo, you want to point out Fogarty, and there's another person that you want to point out, Liam.
Yes.
But Isaac Cumming only had 6 disposals. James he's one who has finals experience. James Peatling had 9 disposals. Fogarty had 10, and Alex Neil-Bullen had 17, and only
17 is not horrible.
Bit stiff on Neil-Bullen.
Only a few score involvements though, but I feel like he always, if he's going to have 17, like Sidebottom had 15, he chipped in with 3 goals.
True.
Neil-Bullen, I know he's not that sort of player, but he's got a be able to chip in with a goal or two in some big moments here. But yeah, you didn't like the game of fog, and you have someone you want to call out.
Well, Thriller, he obviously had a couple of goals and 15 touches, but I think it was a few people in the media who were calling him out, and he was a little bit soft. I don't know if the beard's there for show. He's a scary looking man. He's so big. Use your muscles a bit more. There was a few times he shirked out a contest, which during the season, I don't know if he was rattled in the finals or something. I didn't think he would ever do that. He loves crashing packs. He literally pulled out of about 4 contests, which really surprised me. And I think that was a big reason they lost the game.
What about when he was running into the open goal in the last?
Oh, and he handballed it.
He's a key forward. You know what he's done there though? He's gone, I've got to get Ben Kesey's first goal against Collingwood. I don't care about winning this final. I've got to give Kesey the goal.
There are 12 games now for Keys without a goal.
12. He hates the Pies.
Yeah, he does hate the Pies.
Thriller tried to help him.
Yeah,
he does hate the Pies, and he was involved in a bit of lip post game as well. After the siren went, because Maynard, he gave a little bump to, was it Alex Neil-Bullen?
I think so. I might be wrong.
On the siren, which perfectly legal.
Yeah, it was a fun bump.
But Keys wasn't a fan of it, and he wasn't taking any lip from any Collingwood players, because it was a physical night, and there was obviously there's a lot on the line.
There was a lot of beef, yeah.
But there was heaps of lip post game. But it was good to see that it didn't progress from there into a bit of fisticuffs. But how about the fisticuffs at half time? The Auskick kids are running out on the ground, and they're still going.
I thought you were going to say the Auskick kids are joining in.
The Pies kids are going like, let's get involved. They don't have any teeth. But
it was like on Spy Kids when you got 100 kids all just running and bashing all the adults.
I actually love that reference, but that's so neat.
You know what? That was terrible though by Collingwood and Adelaide, setting a bad precedent for those kids.
Honestly,
okay. The voice of reason in the corner.
The kids are gone home and they're bashing their mates now. It's not fun.
I want to see more fights in the AFL.
Oh, you said that a bit quiet. More fights.
I do. But I've got a couple of big questions for you boys here. Did the Mason Cox gamble work? Because he almost knocked out Isaac Quainer with the wildest of haymakers. He almost knocked his own teammate out.
He was playing the role of the Adelaide crowd in that one.
He gave away a 50-metre penalty. He pushed Riley O'Brien on the ground and stood over him. What sort of aura does this man? And he wears goggles. What sort of aura does this man think he has?
USA.
But Leo, you thought he worked.
I thought he was good.
He was.
He offered more than McStay. He gives Darcy Cameron a chop out. It means Cameron can float into the back line to help intercept. And if he can go forward and provide a contest, which I thought he did on multiple occasions, that's all you need from him.
You get more ruck work out of him when they've got Membry and Mychek, up in the forward line. You probably don't need another more, because McStay is more of a forward than a ruck forward.
True.
But yeah, we'll probably see him in the side. It's hard to push him out.
I think keep him in.
And we'll do a little plug for Footy Form Guide, because of course, when do they get a best bet wrong? I don't think they ever do. Or a best tip, and they got the total under 160.5 points in this game.
Beautiful.
And the Pies.
Yeah, Pies. We'll wrap it up, lads. We'll wrap this one up. The Pies into another prelim for the Pies. Actually, with one thing we didn't reference, I just remembered, there's the F-bombs after the game. You had Nick Dacos
Fly as well.
Fly's like the most...
Fly's was a bit cringe, I'm not going to lie. He's like, we're gonna win, and then he just didn't need to say it. Like,
this one was for the fans, and then he said this one was for the effing fans.
Yeah, and I was like, this one was for the fans. This one was for the... Like,
we
was a bit cringe.
Yeah, it was.
Not going to lie, my dad's not a fan of him. Thinks he's a bit of a weakness.
I like
him. And the Crows, they're playing the Hawks on Friday night at the Adelaide Oval in the next semi-final. Are you going to be excited for that one?
Yeah, I'm
already nervous.
I will be, yeah.
Do you want to try to get tickets?
No, God, no. I've had bad experiences at Adelaide Oval with Hawthorn.
Oh, yes, you have.
So
your wizard hat is still there.
Yeah, it's all right. I got a new one. Don't worry.
You do have a new one. All right, Friday night footy at the MCG, the other qualifying final. Geelong, Brisbane. Geelong, 16 goals, 16, 112. Smashed Brisbane, 11 goals, 8, 74. Now, lads, this is the 5th time these sides have met in a final. And it was the first time that this wasn't a prelim. Really? So, pretty awesome stat there. And Geelong, they smoked them, Leo.
The Cats nailed the midfield matchups in this one. Bravo to Chris Scott and Stephen King. We talked about this on the preview show about who would go to who. You were playing matchmaker.
This
you found a woman yet? Or
why?
Sorry. That was mean.
That's why they always make prelims.
What
was the stat? It was like something ridiculous.
Like 14 times since
prelims
2007?
Oh, ridiculous.
Something like that. That's crazy. It's what they do. It's what they breed down there.
Imagine complaining being a Geelong supporter.
Wow. Yeah, they got to travel to the G. An hour on the highway, God. Mullen on McCluggage. McCluggage had 14 disposals. It just shows you have to tag McCluggage. And Mullen kicks his first goal.
Yeah, he was awesome.
I was waiting for Rattling Bog to come on the bloody speakers, but it didn't happen.
What was his song?
No, nothing came on.
Nothing. Oh, that's sad.
Oh, my money back. It was terrible. O'Connor on Rayner. 13 disposals, 3 goals. So you might say 3 goals. Okay, did he beat O'Connor?
The controversy.
Plenty of controversy around this one. So Stengel has the ball, 60 out. Cats dominating, kick the last 4. Then Rayner. 2 frees in front of goal. For, let's just say, he did dive, but like the umpiring there, what the hell was that? That is terrible umpiring in a major final.
We don't usually talk about the umpires, but we have to talk about that one. I think they admitted that one of them was wrong.
The first one was wrong, but the second one, which was the same thing, is right.
Yeah, I semi get the second one, but the first one definitely not.
Get out.
Why? No, like explain it. Explain it to me.
Look, it was not that I get it, but it was so silly to give away. It was Zach Guthrie who gave it away, the second one. It was just silly. He was always, you're going to do that. He's always going to go down. And it wasn't like there was no force there for the second one. He did do it when he was unexpectedly didn't know. So look, I don't hate the second one. Like, I don't agree with it, but I don't hate it either.
In a major final.
I think it's more just silly from Zach Guthrie. You shouldn't be doing that.
I think if it happens in a marking contest or like a normal sort of contest round, they're not paying free kicks for stuff like that. So I think it's real. That was really soft.
The other thing as well, the first one, okay, if they paid the free, doesn't it go to where the ball is?
Yeah, why did it go to the goal square? I don't know.
It feels like it's
a bit of a fishy area.
Because sometimes it does go to where the ball is. I don't know. Explain it, AFL.
But it didn't cost the game.
It didn't. To be honest.
I absolutely loved the Cam Rayner shithousery.
Yeah. When he kicks the third goal and he goes a bit of karma. I feel like it obviously came back to bite him. They were 3 goals down, but I feel like he's earned that right from the prelim last year where he put the dagger in the
he's had a few good finals. Yeah. He's lifted this year.
And I love that. I want to see more players do that. And we can talk about a player that did it in the Hawks game.
Yes,
as well.
we can.
But to be honest, Geelong should have won by a lot more.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you take out those 2 goals, the missed scoring chances for
5-11 to start the game, I think.
And they really could have won by more.
People were questioning their lead-in because they haven't beaten a top 8 side since July 7, I believe.
But they haven't really played many as well.
Well, I think they lost to 2 since
it.
that run. And we questioned it as well. And they've just come out and done a statement like the Cats always do.
Yep.
And it was a cheating wingman that was excellent, Ollie Dempsey.
Cheating wingman?
He's the cheat. I'm calling him the cheat.
And he's off-field?
For good reasons?
No, I'm for good reasons because this bloke, if you watch him live, he does not care about defending though. No, but like he doesn't
really need to, I guess.
When it's like a not a one-way runner, but when it's a 50-50 contest, he's already miles in front of his wingman, and you honestly just got to play goal side of him.
It might be their tactic forward. Even it might be a tactic because he's really good
Chris
forward.
Scott backs him in to do that, and it pays off. He has 3 goals, 25 disposals, and he really schooled Levi Ashcroft. Like Ashcroft got tactically subbed.
Yep.
And there were just countless occasions where he'd get out the back. He's such a smart footballer.
How good was that goal as well? The running into the goal square. It's very similar. I think a few people posted to the Graham Myers Messi cross, but that goal off the ground was elite.
Is there any better second-year players? Than Ollie Dempsey?
He's not in his second.
He's like in his fourth, I reckon. Yeah.
It doesn't feel like he's been around.
So yes, there is better second year.
All right, we could have gone without that 10 seconds.
There we go.
The winner of this, though, we said it on the previous show, was in prime position. You went Geelong, but I think you did that for the sake of the show.
I went Brisbane. Always back him, mate. Always back him.
Geelong now, are they the flag favourites? Are we saying right now, as of, what's the time? 10:05 a.m., Sunday the 7th of September, are Geelong winning the flag?
I think so. Now that GWS are knocked out of finals.
We're going to roast you later for that. I'll say they have to be the favourites, because Collingwood's obviously their defense was good, but I think the overall team play. You said 13 different goal kickers.
Yeah, it's like almost.
I'm about to say it.
I thought you already said 13 different goal kickers. There we go. So
thanks, mate.
Sorry, I stole that one.
Yeah, well, it was an excellent team performance by the Cats, and they spread the disposal count as well. Like Holmes and Bailey Smith. 23, 22 respectively, and they both kicked a goal. They didn't need to have the touches that they normally do because, again, they just spread the love. It was awesome to see. Brisbane, their midfield was beaten. It just shows maybe that if you tag McCluggage and you tag Rayner, there might not be a little bit of a spark.
True.
But Neil, he did his calf. He's out for the season. And how about Hipwood as well, finding out he has a partial ACL tear?
I know.
That's pretty grim. You go there for whatever injury he had, I can't remember, and then you find out you got a bloody...
Partial, yeah. Because I think if it hasn't fully gone, I've seen people play like sport with it, which you can play through it, but then it's going to snap eventually, so you can't play.
Did you hear that, Jordan? Really? They have their own medical staff issues to their own.
Yeah, he's gone.
Did you hear that Essendon Football Club?
Yeah.
How do we think, mainly the Neil one, how do we think that will impact Brisbane? Do you think that that's going to...
Huge.
You reckon it's huge?
Yeah, I think so. He's a dual Brownlow medalist. You need someone of that ilk, that quality.
I think the leadership as well, because they lacked a bit of that, like another guy that wasn't getting tagged to step up.
And also, if Lockie Neal's on the side, it probably means most of the time that Hugh McCluggage isn't getting tagged.
But their midfield is so deep, though. And I feel like playing the Suns next week, the Suns don't tag.
I know, but I feel like it is very different. The Gold Coast are a very bullish midfield, whereas Geelong, you probably wouldn't say so apart from Atkins.
Yeah.
Maybe Baz, but he loves the outside and get a bit of pace on the game. So I just think with Neil out, I think it impacts the rest of the team massively.
Yeah, fair enough. And Harris Andrews, I thought he was really strong down back. I thought Neil did all right on him, but 9 intercepts from 16 disposals. I would not want to think what the score was if Andrews did not play for Brizzy. But Stats Guy, you want to highlight a small forward who's been poor this year?
Oh, it makes me sad. We didn't get to see the motorbike very often this year. Charlie Cameron kicked the first goal of the game. Like, he's on. I thought the Lions are on. He kicked the first goal. He had one touch after that. He had 2 disposals for the whole game. I reckon it was like Space Jam. He lost all his powers this year. I don't know what's. I don't know.
He's taking the country roads back to the Gabba.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a bit cringe. Nah, wasn't too bad. But Leo, you've mentioned multiple shows that when Brisbane get on a roll and are unstoppable, it's because of Charlie Cameron. Like the Hawks earlier in the year when they played him, Charlie Cameron got 3 quick goals. Lads, is he the Lions barometer? Because he kicked the first goal, did nothing after that. Yeah. And if he kicks maybe 2 more, maybe they fire up a bit more, or what do you think?
I reckon they've got a few of those players, though. They obviously have Charlie Cameron, but Kai Loman's another.
Loman, yes.
Archie as well, and they were all relatively quiet. So it's just, it's one that you don't want to often rely on just Charlie Cameron.
No, of course not.
But
he has been a little bit poor.
Yeah,
like even if he kicked only 1 goal and had, another 10 or so touches, not horrible. 2 touches, and I think he had 78% time on ground, because I had a look after the game. I'm like, surely he was off for a bit.
He kicked one really early, didn't he?
The first goal, mate.
Game. Yeah, look,
how am I putting in a better shift here?
Leo's listening.
Sorry, man.
What has happened since I've gone away? He's listening more. This is
locked in, bro.
He didn't realise I was his Uber that picked him up. I'm still tired too.
What? Anyway, I want to finish on this one. We've talked about Jezza reaching the ton all year. I think it's done, lads. He's been a little bit sadly it's done. It's done. We've talked about this obviously the last couple of weeks. He's kicked 10 goals, 12 in his last 4 games though.
Yeah.
So I think he's thrown it away. He could have been a lot closer. He kicks, I don't know, if he kicks 6 more, he'd be up to about 89. He's have a sneaky chance. 91. So he would have had a sneaky chance.
Get it.
So he's on 85 right now. No chance he gets it, unfortunately. He kicked 2 goals, 3 again. He kicked 5.
They're all in the first quarter too.
I know. He dominated.
The dream is dead.
The dream's dead, unfortunately. Maybe next year. He's sad.
I am sad because I wanted to see the scenes of everyone on grand final day running on the ground.
Well, it's still alive.
It still could happen.
It's still alive. He could kick 10 in the granny. That'd be sick.
I hope not.
No, that would be. Not against the Hawks. Maybe.
We'll be playing him in a prelim if we win.
Lads, do you know what the ASX means?
Mate, of course. And in fact, I'll let Marcus explain.
Don't throw me under the bus, Leo. To be honest, I have no clue.
Oh, what a surprise. It's actually the Australian Securities Exchange.
I'll speak for Marcus on that one and say I'm pretty clueless with that stuff.
Well, lucky for you, Stockhead is a free website which gives you punting stock advice through the ASX.
Where can we check them out?
Check them out via stockhead.com.au. There we go. We'll get into this one. The first elimination final Saturday at NG Stadium was GWS Hawthorn. GWS 13 goals, 10, 88. Hawthorn 16 goals, 11, 107. Now, before we get into it was a great game of footy, which we want to touch on. But Marcus, we've got to throw to you. You talked them up as the best team in footy, the best team of all time.
They were going to make a granny.
They're going to make a granny. They're going to win the granny. And they're gone.
They're gone.
What do you have to say to the people out there? All 10,000 of us.
Apologise. Look down the camera and say, I'm Marcus Bazzano. I'm a big dumb idiot and I'm sorry. Say it. Apologise for being an idiot.
I don't apologise. That's it. No, I'm still on a GBS. They're a good team. They're a good footy team.
They did it again, though.
They did get beaten by the better team on the day, though.
No, you have to,
On the day.
They've done it again. They've had all this hope, and then they.
No,
Boys
you know
an
what?
excellent fan.
The poor boys. They had to play at NG Stadium, and
He did his best fly impression, by the way.
yeah, Hogan
That was a bit cringe.
Hogan had to come back underdone.
No, okay, let's not get into excuses. Let's get into the game.
Mate, talk up the Hawks.
Stuff Buckley. Now let's get into the game. It was a fantastic game of footy, and it was a game of momentum swings. And the Hawks, they got their first ever win at NG Stadium on their 9th attempt.
That's wild.
That was great. Obviously, I think it was 5 years ago where their most previous game at NG Stadium, wasn't it? So they've been a while since they played there, so it was a bit of a misread stat, but of course, we'll makes it look good for us, so of course we'll say it.
Yeah.
And it's good for the Hawks as well. Sicily mentioned it in his post-game press conferences, post-game interview on the ground as well. But it was the Giants who actually started the game, the better team. They were 12 of the first 14 inside 50s. But it was just, again, similarly to Adelaide at the start of the game, it was just blazing away and kicking, and that Hawks defence, who was so incredibly good all game, just dealt with it. And it was a lapse of concentration and awareness that just gifted Jai Newcomb. The first goal of the game, it was from a 50-metre penalty. No one on the mark. He just runs into 45 and says, thank you very much.
Don't get much easier than that.
No.
Yeah, sets the tone. And he had an unbelievable first quarter and game in general. But his first quarter, he had 9 disposals at 100%, 6 score involvements, and a goal.
6 score involvements in a quarter is massive.
From 9 disposals as well, ridiculous. And he's just a big game player. And I know the Hawks fans will know this. And he doesn't get a lot of help in midfield there sometimes when Will Day's out. So if he's not having a good game, then who else is stepping up? But we know he's a big game player. He's played 3 finals games in his career, and he's had 3 best on grounds, all via, that's obviously, of course, by player ratings, the AFL player ratings. But still, he's just, you want that man in your side when it comes to finals footy, and hopefully he can step up at Adelaide Oval against Adelaide next Friday night, which we said is going to be an absolute ripper of a game.
Yep.
And the Hawks, they kicked 4 in a flash. And then the Giants, they finally got their first goal, but it took 16 inside 50s to get it.
That's very unlike the Orange Tsunami there. The Hawks defense held up very well.
It was very good. And then, but it was the third quarter where the game was sort of getting away from them when Jack Ginnivan booted back-to-back goals, made them margin 42 points.
Who's that? Finals calling. GWS did not pick up.
But he almost that almost come back to bite.
He was celebrating a bit earlier. You said in the group chat, Leo, you were like, I don't know why he's celebrating so early. He did the hungry for some finals, then he was answering the phone. And
it was a bit of me.
Yeah,
what are your thoughts on this? Because you said you like it.
Yeah, no, it was great.
Because obviously the Cam Rayner.
I love it, yeah.
Yeah. Do we need more of that?
We do. And if Hawthorn had gone on to lose, he would have copped it and he would have known that.
I think he owns it.
He's fine with that. If we lose, he cops it. If he wins,
you got to take it.
He's living life. He's enjoying life, man.
And just even playing any type of, he's enjoying life. There we go. But he lifts the hawk ball mentality, gets going when he does those celebrations. Everyone goes, oh, let's get around him. Let's just keep playing well. So
and he had another strong game too.
He did.
That's the thing. Even if Hawthorn lose, he does back it up. 3 goals, 17 touches.
He was dropped earlier in the year, and now he's dominated.
Since then, he's been awesome.
Yeah,
that's brought his season back to life. Him being dropped, but. There was a supposedly 2-3 goal breeze in favour of the Hawks in that third quarter, but it was the Giants who put 6 against the wind, 6 in a row against the wind to bring them within a chance. 1 kick at 3/4 time was the margin, and it was actually Jesse. There was 5 of those goals. Of the 6 were from stoppages. So we talked about that Hawks midfield. Do they have enough in there? And Liam, you got a question that you would have proposed.
We've talked about this all year. Maybe I'm being a bit harsh because they won, and they won against a very good GWS team. But do the Hawks have a premiership-worthy midfield? Newcomb could just play like that for the rest of the finals, and you'd be all right.
But if he gets tagged,
it's going to be tough for the rest of the. Yeah. So they're not that premiership-worthy midfield, or is the defense just good enough to hold up anyway?
No, it's not. It's not a premiership-worthy midfield.
You
need either day, and to be honest, at 3/4 time, I was seeing if Zach Butters could get traded.
You were very
worried. It was very nerve-wracking signs because the Giants midfield really got on top. As you mentioned, the stoppage goals, and it came from the sub.
You go.
It sure did, and that sub was Josh Kelly. Although when Darcy Jones was coming off, people were like, even you were saying, as a Hawthorn fan, you're like,
he's a good player. Yeah.
He was playing well. This is a big blow because he is also like a little barometer. Kicked a great goal, and I thought he was one of GWS's best early in the first half. Emphasis on the little. But Josh Kelly, he came on and he was absolutely seamless as well. Coming back from injury, brought on as a sub, and he had the highest rated finals quarter by any GWS player in their club's short history. So credit to Josh Kelly. I think in that quarter he had around about 14 disposals, a goal.
2 goals.
2 goals, sorry. And he was absolutely fantastic. And it helped pave the way for the Giants to hit the front early in the term when Jesse Hogan, I believe, brought them level.
Yep, level.
Yeah,
and
then they hit the front. But it was all about the tactical changes from Sam Mitchell because we questioned, look, whether they'll go with 3 or 4 tools. They went with the 3. Shout out to you, Leo, because you've absolutely called it. You wanted to see Butler in the side for the tackle pressure and Mitch Lewis to come out.
Yeah, good call.
And that's exactly what Sam Mitchell did. He's a man of the people, Sam Mitchell.
Listens to me.
He watches the show, yeah.
And I questioned that a little bit. I thought it was the right call. But when you persisted with 4 tools
and then,
for the last month and a half, and then first game of finals, you're like, look, we're changing it back to the 3. I thought,
it's ballsy, yeah.
It is ballsy, and credit to Leo and Sam Mitchell because they've called it and they got it over the line. Because
people say we're very alike.
Putting Leo and Sam Mitchell in the same sentence as well.
They got the same aura.
Between us, we have 4 flags and over 300 games played at the level, so it's pretty.
And
it's
one
pretty
stellar beard.
Yes,
we love it. And but it was Butler who won the free kick for his pressure. He won a hole in the ball free kick and he kicked a huge goal with 8 minutes left on the clock, and that just paved the momentum for this man, Marby Cho. He drops chesties, but he kicks match winners. He's a man built for the moment, and he put the icing on the cake. And even it was just like the pressure to bump Sam Taylor over the line. And then pick it up and have a snap. And
Charles Royce.
If you know what you're expecting with Chol, you'll enjoy him a lot
Exactly
more.
right.
If you go into the game thinking
he's going to be the
Chol's
best player,
going to dominate, he's going to kick 5, you're going to get let down.
he sent Bay 9 3/4 into absolute raptures.
I love the Bay 9
I love it.
When he kicks the first goal and he celebrates like he doesn't know where he is, he's like, did I just kick a goal?
Was that a little bit of like Eric Cantona, like,
like
here we go, look at me, sort of at the stadium, like, look what I've just done. But we talked about the Hawks defense this whole match review. But seriously, how good were they? Because GWS, they won the inside 50 count by 16.
16, yeah.
That's 72 inside 50.
That's so many, yeah.
That's a lot. And the Hawks back line, it's so well balanced. Barras and Battle, like this is why we recruited them.
Absolutely.
I thought Scrimshaw was massive, and Hardwick keeps Toby Green goalless. I know probably should have kicked one late. Toby missed a set shot, but Hardwick had massive one-on-ones late.
He could arguably one of the most underrated players in the club.
Yeah, 100%.
Like Hardwick.
Like I love,
right,
like
though,
you just know what you're going to get out of him.
Yep.
And like he rarely gets beaten. Like Impy's run was great. And,
Leo could go on for ages.
but overall though, like that last quarter, when GWS coming back, you're watching it going like, do Hawthorn, can they have enough here to hold on? And it was a very impressive last quarter. I also want to give another shout out to Sam Mitchell, moving Weddle forward with Deer coming off. Weddle provided a great contest forward.
The Swiss Army knife, Joshy Weddle. Very, very good. And this was the second longest final in history in terms of minutes of the last century, which was, Leo doesn't want to talk about that one, but I just wanted to keep going. It was a bloody awesome game. To give us another quarter. Why not? That was absolutely awesome. And Leo, I don't think he's going to sleep for the rest of the week.
I haven't slept yet.
I don't think you have.
But how did Saturday night's game even top that?
Oh, that was absolutely awesome as well. The finals this weekend were absolutely awesome. At Optus Stadium, Saturday night, the other elimination final, Fremantle Gold Coast. Fremantle 12 goals 79. Defeated by one singular Andrew Swallow point. Gold Coast, David Swallow. I said Andrew Swallow.
Get out.
David Swallow.
You ruined the moment. You ruined it.
Gold Coast 11 goals 14. 80. They win by a point. The Suns only had 3 players with finals experience, but they didn't show it. What a win by the Suns.
They've done it. Their first finals win for the Gold Coast Suns. Blow the bloody trumpet. All right, there we go. Dimmer. Well done, mate. Just stay off Twitter. Wits. If you're listening, Dimmer, Wits.
Well done, mate.
Excellent.
Legend, yeah.
Excellent. Rowell, Anderson, Took, all elite. They were up for it early. We were worried that they maybe were going to get jumped, but they just said, no, we're going to handle this moment with ease. They were the better side going forward. And you'd honestly, watching that game, if you had no idea about AFL, you would have said Gold Coast have played many finals. They know how to handle the moment. But for a side playing the first final, that is such an impressive victory. Like, you could not get better than that. It doesn't matter that it's only a point. Doesn't matter that they almost choked it. the fact that they get over the line away from home against that crowd, against the Freo side that's playing great football.
60,000 screaming Dockers fans.
What a performance from the mighty Gold Coast Suns. And Bailey Humphrey as well. Look, only 10 disposals, but he really stepped up on the final stage. 3 goals, nailed his chances, and sort of played into that they were the better side going forward. Freo, on the other hand, they missed some gettable ones. Look, Suns did miss a few early on, but Frederick.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Learn Chinese, mate.
Oh, Chief Dunstall would have been, his head would have exploded. You can't be dribbling when was he like 10 metres out? Like, well,
and then he kicked the football.
And then exactly. He was dribbling because you didn't know where he was. What was he doing? What was he doing there?
What was he doing? And look, Freo really pushed hard late, which I suspected they would at 3/4 time. They've come back from behind a lot this season at 3/4 time, which is different to last year where they couldn't hold a lead. So I thought Freo are going to come here, they'll probably get the lead. And Luke Jackson nailed the set shot late. And you thought 6 points up. Did you guys have faith in the Suns? Like when Jackson kicks that goal, were you like, all right, like they've given up the lead here. There's no way, right? Like,
no, I actually have faith in the Suns. I said it. I was a dimmer of a Longmuir sort of man in the previous.
Everybody is, mate.
Dimmer has a lot more aura.
Did tip the Suns, so you always believe. You got to believe it's finals footy. Anything can happen, and it's not like where you're 6 goals up. And like the game's virtually done. That's not footy anymore. Like 6 goals up can be turned around in a flash, like we did see in the GBS Hawthorn game. So you've always got to keep faith.
True.
And I thought the midfield trio of Freo was really good. Like Sarong winning clearances, Brayshaw and Young were really good too. And Alex Pearce was massive down back. A lot of clutch intercept marks.
Especially in the last quarter.
Exactly. I was watching it going like, there's no way Suns win this. Like Freo all over him here. But it was Matt Gandrew slung forward, goal late, caught Tracy napping. What a moment that was.
He was great. He had a really good all-round game. Obviously, he played back for most of it, but he had 20 disposals at 85% efficiency, which is what you want to see. 5 intercepts, a clutch goal. I think a few people are critical sometimes one-on-one or sometimes over disposal efficiency or just a few things over the year, but he did everything and the goal just topped it off.
He's probably the most clutch player in the competition behind Jamie Elliott.
Wait, just because he kicked 1 goal against Essendon is
he's a clutch player. I don't know what it is about like young players nowadays, but they're all just built for the moment.
Didn't know Sam McClure was on the show. Mason Cox is a top 3 ruck, but
So he obviously nails the moment late to make it even, and then it was David Swallow winning the free kick.
Not Andrew Swallow. That was
not Andrew Swallow. It was written in the stars for a David Swallow kick to win the game. Kicks it through the middle, but it was touched on replay. Honestly, it being touched was a way worse result for Freo. They've got to go end to end in 9 seconds compared to centre bounce. Like
they should have said I didn't touch it.
You see the replay. I can't remember who it was, but the Freo player
Erasmus, I think.
He was like, straight away, I touched it. If I'm Sarong, I'm going over there and saying, shut up, man.
But in the moment, you would 100% be thinking, oh, we should take a point.
Yeah,
but because they didn't probably know exactly how long.
Still, though, 9 seconds end to end, it was just never going to happen. Nah. The Suns.
The Suns.
Can they win the flag?
They can't win the flag.
Can they beat Brizzy next week?
No, I don't think so. It's a huge. You don't believe that either. I don't think.
Mate, they're going all the way.
They're going all the way. No, I think Brisbane. The experience is there. I think they've won their first final. Tick it off. The AFL will be happy because they finally won a final. Everyone's sort of happy, other than the Freo fans, obviously. Everyone's around the Suns, but I think that's where it ends.
Yeah. What about the Suns Bay as well? I reckon they're all West Coast fans.
No, I knew a few people that were there. There's some Suns fans. They were going off.
I can't believe I'm going to say this.
We're going to beat Brisbane.
But I think they get the job done.
So, no! Are we going to see a Collingwood Suns prelim at the G where there's 95,000 Pies fans?
Oh, probably. That would be wild. Oh, we got to rock up in some red gear, some red Suns gear. We have to.
Anyone but Collingwood, am I right, guys?
It might be a bloodbath for those Gold Coast fans.
I know,
Surrounded by those Collingwood fans.
And look, Freo, they penciled this one in. The Freo media was saying,
I know.
Oh, home final, easy win this one. Let's give the Suns some credit. Come on, guys. What now for Freo and Longmuir?
I reckon we got to delve into this one because I think you guys mentioned about Longmuir even earlier in the season. Like, well, if they don't make the finals, is he gone? That was the question I think that was posed. They've lost the first final at home. Is he gone?
It's a bad loss, isn't it?
I think he's still around because they've had a good season. But what do you guys think?
So I'm not sure.
I think you keep him because I think. Although I don't have.
I mean, they have to. They gave him a contract extension this season.
Yeah,
I don't have faith in him, but it's kind of like. They're a young side.
I don't think he's the man, though.
You don't think he's the man?
Not to win a premiership.
Flag mantle still on the back burner?
Probably not.
On the back burner, definitely.
There we go.
Look, they are, I think, the fourth youngest side this season by average age.
Yeah.
So their window is opening, but it is such a poor loss. And it's not like a loss. Okay, it's a point, so you can go like, oh, they got close.
But they were down by the whole game.
They were outplayed by a Suns team that we all thought would be spooked. And it's a very, very poor loss for Fremantle.
No, good call. Good call. And a sad way to end for Nat Fyfe. Obviously a legend. I think one of your favourite players of all time. One of my favourite players of all time.
Probably favourite non-Hawks.
Oh, there you go.
He'd be up there. He'd be in the convo.
Yeah, sad way to end for him because he's done it all. It would have been nice if he could obviously get a prem. They weren't going to win the flag, but it would have been nice for a few finals wins.
It was sad listening to him in the press conference saying, I feel like he gave he's content that he gave his all for the club. Yeah. Which is obviously he did. And he just
got injured a lot, obviously. Which would kill him,
And he obviously didn't get the flag, which, would probably stay with him for a bit, but
he's legend.
As a player.
He's got the Brownlow medal.
Got the Brownlow medal.
Exactly right. Absolute champion of the game. And the Suns, that's just an awesome win. The first finals win of their history. That's just absolutely awesome. And Leo's going to be, I can't believe you're tipping them already.
They're 100% in finals, mate. So
they're 100%
it'll be rude not to go against them.
They don't lose in the finals. There we go. That's all the matches of the finals at week 1 done and dusted there. Let's get into the finals bracket check. Obviously the Giants and the Dockers. Gonski.
See you later.
Yeah, your Giants, Marcus. I don't know. Maybe you gone from the show because
there's always next year.
There's always next year. They've been saying that for 6 or 7 years.
The audience will be Kingsley's finals record.
Yeah.
This is what I was saying to you, mate. Every time you go, they're the best team in it. They don't do it on the big stage.
I've already copped the abuse.
And you're going to cop it again.
You didn't even apologise.
You've been a mug for the last 2 months.
No. There's always next year. There's just going to be bigger and better.
You've been that much of a mug that you've gone on punters as a mug punter.
Check out him on
cheeky shout.
There we go.
He's on that with Campbell Brown, by the way.
Yeah.
Shut up.
And Lammy.
What are you talking about?
Anyway, finals bracket check.
Shut up line to women.
Yeah, what are you talking about? The Cats and Pies, they're through to another prelim. The experience takes over there. And then for the semis, you got the Crom versus the Hawk.
We've got some good semis.
That is a great semi-final, 2 awesome teams. And then a Q clash. It's like this is scripted, lads. A Q clash for Zorko versus Took is going to be absolute cinema. Get the popcorn out.
AFL's rigged?
Yeah, AFL's rigged. That's another podcast. You can talk about that.
Conspiracy today.
There we go. Any other conspiracies you got?
The moon landing. The moon landing. Yeah, you're definitely fake.
You're actually an 80-year-old man trapped in a 15-year-old body.
80? Yeah, fair enough.
Let us know in the comments your conspiracies and if the moon landing was fake.
Yeah, I like that. I love how the first time you said let us know in the comments about conspiracies.
Yeah, also let us know in the comments about anything that happened on the show.
There we go. Tipping results. Do we have to talk about this? I'll get mine out there. 1 of 4. I didn't put them in personally, but I probably...
I did what I thought you would do.
You did say in the group chat.
Bang on. I was 50-50 on Brisbane Geelong, but I probably would have leant towards Brisbane. So I was 1 of 4. That was tough.
I put my stats guy brain on and I was like, oh, geez, who am I going to tip this week?
I don't know.
It's going to be a tough one. I might go Geelong, but I might go Brisbane.
So you know what, Leo? I would have said that. I said that.
And you guys went 2 of 4. Solid.
Because we went opposite. I went Pies. I went opposite all 4 games against Leo. So there we go. We're right as 1 equal person.
That is very creepy over there. There we go. Let's get into the luck results. What are you guys talking about?
Tick, 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 tick.
Everyone got a tick there. So Leo Sarong 20 plus had 35.
Yeah,
easy lock there. Makosa Whitfield 20 plus had 36.
The man who was born with a football.
What?
Yeah.
He doesn't listen to the show. He missed out.
Marianne Whitfield thought she was having twins, but it was just Lockie Whitfield with a football.
In his arms.
No, not in his arms, in the womb.
In the womb. In his arms. There we go.
He doesn't have a womb himself.
No, in her womb.
Oh, in her womb.
Sorry, there we go.
Let's dissect that for a second.
And my one was Thriller 2 plus. I got pretty niced by Leo there. He put that one in for me. He kicked 2.
I reckon I niced you with the big call too.
You did, but it didn't even get up. So my big call, let's get into the big call results, was Rayner 20 plus disposals and 2 plus goals. He had 3 goals, 2 gifted to him, so I got very lucky. 13 disposals. So I was nowhere near on that one. Then we had Marcus. Oh, he's done the early go. Marcus had Tom Green, 14 plus clearances. He was close.
Yeah, very close, but he ended the game with 12.
12. And Leo, he's done it again.
In the last second of the game.
Leo, big call Mullally, they're going to call him.
On a live stream too, as well. We were live for that Adelaide Collingwood game, and he was up and about. He was up and about.
Jamie Elliott, 4 goals.
4 goals, tick. 4 goals, 1. He kicked it in the last, kick of the
5
game
seconds,
as well.
yeah.
So you did very well there. So
There was no goal in the last quarter. I was there like, oh, this is not looking good.
Is there any better feeling when like a multi gets up or a big call like that gets up in the last second of
I
the game?
reckon if your dad says he's proud of you, that's up there too.
you guys don't know yet.
Oh, happy Father's Day to all the
Happy,
dads.
yeah, this
happy
is
Father's
Father's
Day
Day.
to Gerald behind
Yes.
the camera. We
What
had
a
the first
legend.
Father's Day. We love
What a
that.
bad father being away from. No, I'm kidding, of course. Gerald is an absolute
We are his
legend of a
children.
dad.
We
Yeah,
are
that's
his children.
outrageous. You should be
He's
kicked
looking
on the
after
show.
us instead. What
Absolutely.
a great father, Gerald.
All right, let's get into the best on ground of the week. The man stresses about this more than the Hawks. Best on ground of this first
I really
finals
wanted to
week.
give a few Hawks players a vote, but
You
I've
can
gone.
give a sneaky shout out if you want.
Stuff it. One vote. F wits.
What? Oh, yeah, I like that.
Work it out.
Yeah. Stop.
Sorry, Gerald.
Stop swearing, mate.
Father's Day. Stop giving him work.
Father's wits.
Father wits.
Father wits.
21 disposals, 15 contested possessions, 8 clearances. I'm honestly just putting him in there so Dimmer can just shut up about people not giving him credit.
No, he was great,
Watch
though.
the show, Dimmer. No, he was very good, and I thought watching that game, like the pressure he brought, he really led from the front as a captain should.
Yep.
2 votes, De Goey.
Oh.
26 touches, 1 goal, 6 clearances, 7 tackles, and really lifted when it was asked for him to, when the game was on the line.
Hated him.
After just 2 in the first quarter.
After just 2 in the first quarter, he was monumental throughout the game. 3 votes, Dempsey. The
Dempsey?
cheat Dempsey, I'm going to call him. 3 goals, 25 disposals. He scored Levi Ashcroft. I'm giving him the votes because, well, obviously 3 goals,
That's a
25
big call
disposals.
of Dempsey to the 3 votes.
He was very impressive. And in a night where Geelong really shared the love and it was a great team performance, he really stood out and was, for me, the most impressive player on the ground and probably, in my opinion, the best team of the round. But we'll see what old mate has to say.
Oh, little segue there. Best team of the round, the most controversial segment of this show. He's probably put GWS as his
if
first
you
team.
put GWS in this, I swear to God.
And because there's 4 games, right? We normally do a 3-2-1, but because there's 4 games, it'll be rude to leave one club out. So
Yeah, because he doesn't want to leave
We're
GWS
doing
out.
an 8, 7,
So we've
6,
gone.
5,
So
4.
I've gone a 5-team vote system this time around.
5? You said 4.
Yeah.
Put
Because
GWS in.
GWS.
Oh, come on.
No, of course not. The one vote. It does go to their opposition though. The Hawthorn Hawks.
1 vote.
One out
the
of
vote.
4.
Yeah, no, fair.
Just the 1 vote for
The
Hawthorn.
winners were very impressive this
Because
week. It's hard to rank.
I would have put
Yeah,
Gold Coast.
just
one,
because I thought you got to talk them up, and I think just because even though obviously they had moments where they thought it would come away from them as well, Hawthorn, but it's not like where I'm being left with more questions than answers. I think it was just the teams that were playing finals as well and got the wins where probably the wins felt like they were a bit more impressive.
Fair enough.
So for the 2 votes, it's probably a little bit harsh, but I'm going to go Collingwood.
No, that's fair.
I'm going to go Collingwood.
no,
because
it's fair.
Yeah, because Adelaide didn't play
hostile
that well
atmosphere,
either.
Adelaide Oval.
Yep.
Collingwood had plenty of fans out there, and credit to them, they were great as well. We probably didn't mention the Collingwood Brigade. Obviously,
True.
a lot of them went up there in buses, and they were great. Fly gave them plenty of praise, as we talked about.
Yes.
But that's a big win on the road when, look, their form heading into the game wasn't great, but they now make it 11 of the last 12 against Adelaide. They've won, and another solid defensive display. But the 3 votes, the second best team of the round,
GW.
going to go the Gold Coast Suns.
Oh.
By the singular point.
Fair enough.
Again, the Freo media and everyone was talking about this is Freo. Tick. Let's pencil it in. But they went there. They showed them what it's all about. No finals experience. Everyone was like, "Look, what's going to happen here?" But it was the man who was there since the time of dawn, the Ice Age.
The Ice Age.
David Swallow. He was the one to kick the first goal of the game, and he was the one to kick the last behind of the game as well.
Yes.
It was written in the stars. So congratulations, Gold Coast. They get the 3 votes. But normally 3 votes means it's the best team of the round.
No,
But
4 votes.
4 votes, Geelong, the Geelong Football Club. They did it with ease, and it was almost
I like that.
it almost looked effortless. And they're our premiership favourites for a reason. So they're just going to keep doing what they're doing, and they get another week off.
I reckon with the team of the round this week, I reckon you could have had any order and you could justify it because every win was impressive.
And they're all
in its
really
own
good games.
way.
Yeah, true.
its
Because
own way,
Collingwood,
yeah.
although it was close, did it pretty easy.
Like,
Geelong did it
you
easy.
could say Collingwood did it against a volatile crowd. Hawthorn to hold on late was so impressive. Suns in their first final. Like,
Yep.
You couldn't go wrong with that unless you put GWS in there.
So you're saying he had the easiest segment? Is that what you're saying?
He did.
Yeah, but he put 4 teams in.
Do the outro now.
Yeah, no, it's all right. Well, that'll do us for the AFL Today Show, so Leo can get some sleep. If you enjoyed today's episode, make sure you subscribe to AFL Today on YouTube and follow us on X, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok for more footy content all season long. Subscribe, star, and like all of our shows on your podcast apps. That's Cricket Today, AFLW Today, Hold All Tickets with Mark Corza himself,
and
True
Campbell
Bloods,
Brown.
and Campbell Brown, of course, Honest Beers, Footy Form Guide, and the new show Out the Gate, which is going really well. Thank you very much to Gerald. Happy Father's Day to Gerald behind the camera. Thank you very much to the boys on the couch. Thank you, Leo.
Time for sleep.
Yes, go Hawks, and thank you, Mark Corza.
Oh, way too early for a Sunday.
Actually, we didn't even
get it
mention
to
that
you, though.
Essendon Bombers just on the outro to make you happy.
No,
are the
why?
only team in the 18 club era not to win a final. They haven't won a final still.
How bloody good.
Because the Suns got a final win, so they're the only 18
Sucked
team.
in your dog.
Yeah, there we go. We'll see you on the midweek show. We'll catch you then on AFL Today.